Before we go, a quick summary of the other classes that took part in this meeting, starting with the Bambino class. In Heat 1, Elsie Gannon made a fantastic start, claiming the lead on the opening tour before overcooking it on the exit of the double apex, dropping back to the rear of the field before making a comeback to third by the flag. After the time qualifying in heats dominated by Toby Cannon, it all looked like it was all over. But come the final, Theo Jepson came out after what we could only assume were some setup changes to his kart, grabbing the lead and holding on to it for the first 5 laps. When Toby Cannon took the lead back on lap 6 in the final, many thought the race would turn into another Cannon masterclass and he would simply pull away into the distance, but Jepson was having none of that, trading rubber as they came past the kink into the double apex. On lap 10, Jepson grabbed the lead back in turn 1, and as the pair approached the last lap board, Jepson still had the advantage, with Elsie Gannon some 11 seconds behind in third. However, nobody could have predicted the drama to come. Jake Sanson calls them home.
It's a really interesting battle into this last lap. Can Cannon overhaul Jepson? It's going to be very close indeed as Cannon looks one way, looks the other. Jepson has got one eye on his shoulder, and round they go. They both go. Oh my goodness. Both drivers have spun it. And surely Elsie Gannon might just get an opportunity to take it away from both of them. Toby Cannon is off and he's going no further. Elsie Gannon is going to be able to catch up to second place. Jepson recovers on track in the lead, but it's all gone wrong for Cannon. Now let's have a look. Was that a mistake from both drivers, or did one of them instigate it? So you can see that Jepson is looking to cover to defend. It's the slightest of love taps. It's completely unintentional. Both drivers end up sliding together on the greasy surface. What a dramatic end to the race here. You've got to feel for Cannon. That is absolutely not what he intended to do at all. But Jepson is going to hang on for the victory despite spinning off on the last lap. And Elsie Gannon will pick up a delighted second place. So Theo Jepson in front of Elsie Gannon, and then Kalman Simon in third position.
In a split grid of Micromax and Honda 200, the Micromax engine is the faster unit, so no surprise to see the experienced pair of Bray Williamson and Archie Smith sharing the heat wins in a tight battle both times from lights to flag. Despite the disadvantage in his Honda 200, Red Lind kept the pair very honest in the early stages of both heats and the final, and dominated the Honda class throughout the day to win every heat and the final himself. Tom Nichols finished second of the Hondas, and Riley Blakemore third, as both used the valuable track time to hone their developing skills. The Micromax battle would carry over into the final, with Archie Smith leading the way in the early stages until he had to give best to Williamson, carrying the 360-degree onboard camera in hoot and hairpin. It was Williamson from Smith, line astern, on all to play for as they took the last lap board. Jake Sanson calls the final tour.
Bray Williamson trying to hang on here through the first corner. As we go into the final lap, he will take the second apex, and Archie Smith really is starting to seek an opportunity here. Bray Williamson can't afford to spend too much time looking over his shoulder into hoot and hairpin. Archie Smith really hunting down that opportunity. Indikart versus Praga. Williamson versus Smith, and this is going to be an interesting final couple of corners. They'll come up to the Wilsonesses for the first time. Both drivers looking very strong. This is going to be an interesting one. They're going to have a 200 back marker in front of them. Smith having a look into the final bend. Is this going to be an opportunity? Not quite. It looks as though it's going to be Bray Williamson down to the line. That'll do nicely. Bray Williamson hangs on from Archie Smith. A great race between the two of them. Austin Gresty picking up the podium in third position. A great run to the end here at Hooton Park from three fabulous youngsters. It's Red Lind who gets the victory in the Honda 200 class, ahead of Tom Nichols, and that man again, Riley Blakemore.
The only other class we've not covered so far is Minimax, where Kasauri Wojciech and Jackson Lane traded heat wins before the final. However, the final turned into a bit of a procession as Jackson lost his rear end in the early running through turn 1, and that allowed Wojciech an advantage he would not concede. Wojciech, Jackson Lane and Zach Kane is how it finished. My driver of the day, Lewis Sumner, driving the 68 car in juniors. 7th place overall, a fantastic result for somebody with so little experience so far. If you're interested in the sport, if you want to race here at Hooton Park, then get in touch with the circuit. Used karts and karts to hire are generally available. Get in touch with the circuit if you're interested moving forward. That's all for now, but we're back next month.